9397 Network and Hot 9397 presents Sapphire'S Soup du Jour with Just Bob, stirring the pot and serving the latest soup. Brought to you by Haylove Saloon, Adam's Apple, Janet'sCloset.com, and Janet'sDungeon.com.
Let me fix this here. Good morning, everybody. Uh-oh. Settings, layout. Uh-oh. There we go. Hey, good morning. Oh, man. All right. Let me make sure I got all my stuff together here. I've been sitting here since 5:45, and all of a sudden I'm surprised that we're on. All right. Happy Monday, everybody. My coffee's tasting awful funny today, and I realized I didn't clean this. I washed it, but didn't rinse it good enough, so it tastes like soap. So I got my mouth washed out real good today. I tried cussing, I couldn't. Oh, it is Monday morning. Welcome back to the world. Hopefully everybody lived through it. Another weekend of gunfire through America, but that's our new thing. So if you're lucky enough to be alive, thanks for joining us. If not, sorry about your luck, but that's the American way. Where's my bell? There we go. Getting everything situated on a Monday morning. Oh my goodness. We are live on 9397 Network. WHOT, after a busy weekend of partying. As the song is playing, everybody survived the first Pride weekend, whether you're gay, straight, bi, trans, lesbian. That's a funny thing to me. There's gay and there's lesbians. And you don't think about things like this, but I'm in Detroit, right? We're coming to you out of the Detroit, Michigan area, okay? And good morning, Kim, checking in first thing on the live stream broadcast. Always a ray of sunshine, Kimberly Demers is. So here in the Detroit area, let me make sure all the music volumes are right here. We had our LGBT Pride Festival, first one for the beginning of the month. Every weekend, I would imagine, somewhere is going to be having the Pride Festival. So hopefully all the straight guys are waking up after watching the news on Sunday morning with all the crazy-looking people. It's called self-expression, by the way, just so you know. Just because it looks like we're wearing your wife's underwear, we are. Well, maybe not your wife's. They probably wouldn't fit me. She's bigger than me. Oh, waking up on a beautiful Monday morning. I'll tell you what, it's a different vibe in the air during summer. It's just different. I felt guilty yesterday for not even bothering to leave my house. I literally did not step a toe past a door threshold yesterday. Thank you very much. I was a homebody through and through, which is very unusual for a weekend for the summertime for me. Because you get, in my opinion, you get 16 weekends, right? June, July, and August. 16, maybe 17 weekends of summer. That's it. There's 52 weeks, 52 weekends, right? I get to enjoy 16, 17 of them for summertime, right? There's still decent ones after that. But that's where you could go in the pool if you want to cool off, those type of things, which I love. So it's very odd for me to spend a Sunday not doing something, celebrating in some way, not just Pride, because I celebrate Pride all the time. I'm proud of myself and I'm proud of who I am. And we celebrate it all the time, but we like to take the time out to celebrate it together. Well, you know what? I'm old now because I did just that. Saturday, I was busy all day. Saturday afternoon, I had to film a game. I get done with the game at around 5:30, and I go to Ferndale, Michigan's LGBT Pride Festival. It's a one-day only thing this year. It's a big event. I'm too old. Period. Point blank. I had no fun. It was nice. I'm not complaining one bit. Like it was packed, elbow to elbow. You can barely walk. Every line is an hour wait. Literally, we had a 90-minute wait to get into the most expensive restaurant that was there, thinking that nobody would want to go there. Everything's packed. They were out of beer. Okay. But you know what I did? Ferndale police, turn off the radio, just mute it for a second, please. I went to the store, bought me a big tall cannon of Bud Light, and walked around and drank it. Uh-oh. There we go. Sure did. Made it very inconspicuous. You couldn't tell what I had because I had it in a brown paper bag. Pretty much, and I tried carrying it like I bought a gift. I wrapped it up so I wasn't carrying it like this, like you would a regular drink with your arm around it, with your hand around it. I was carrying it around like I bought a gift. Everybody knew, even the police, but it worked. My point is, it's not that I'm complaining because everywhere you went was packed, right? Except for the art, you got the tents everywhere and people are selling their goods and peddling their wares and people are trying to, like, they do artwork, they have clothing. The one guy was selling the big fans that swoop open and, very cool stuff. Those were not very packed, but all the lines for all the food trucks, completely packed. All the restaurants and bars that line the downtown Ferndale area for the LGBT Pride, packed. So there was nowhere to get alcohol. There was nowhere to get regular drinks because it wasn't about alcohol. They had sold out of alcohol before 6 p.m. You would think they would go, oh my God, we're not passing up this profit. It's a Saturday. It's a one-day only event. It goes till 10 p.m. Get to the store and get more beer, right? Wrong. I believe it was planned, and I'm not mad about it. I wanted a beer. I worked all day. I had not eaten. And I had not drank. I was planning on eating and drinking there. But I wasn't mad about it. I wasn't hangry, right? If I was hangry, that would have been different, right? We know what that is, hungry and angry. I wasn't that. But it's disappointment. You go, oh man, I wanted a beer, but I don't need a beer. I want a beer. I don't have to have it. But I needed it bad enough to go illegally drink in public, right? I think it's illegal. I don't know. You're allowed to do that now, I think, right? You can get to-go cups and stuff. So, but nobody worried about it. But I was still trying to be as decent as I could, still looking like an alcoholic, right? Got to have my beer, drink it illegally. But it's alcohol. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's alcohol. You can joke about it, right? Cops would do, pour it out, honey. You can't do that. But I wouldn't go to jail for it, right? I saw people smoking rope because it's legal in Michigan. And I'm just so uncomfortable with that. I go, there's kids walking around smoking marijuana sticks. Not the kids, the adults. And then the kids are walking. It's one of those things that you're like, I had no qualms when I was raising my children to go out to eat and have a beer with my dinner. Didn't care one bit, never thought about it, never cared. But for me, even though it's legal, smoking the ganja in public just feels funny to me. I don't know why. It's okay, I guess, but it's not a bad thing to feel funny about, right? So the Pride, I'm old. I didn't enjoy it. I don't need to go. First of all, there were a lot of tents that had to do with the LGBT community, and props to that, because a lot of the commercialized LGBT Pride events are pretty much like your normal carnival with a little wing of LGBT tents. This one, not so much. Free entry. People that were in there with their tents were either trying to put out a message that they invested in the message, or they were trying to sell their goods and they invest in a tent or a place, you know how they work, the little overhang tents, and to sell their goods. And we look at it, it's a chance to buy local, and it's a chance to buy unique things, right? I've got a thing that I got on the wall. The saying is not unique. I bought it at a arts and crafts festival a couple summers ago. Walking around the street looking, somebody had this wooden plaque and it said, "Love knows no gender." That's not a unique saying, but the person who made that, and there's not another one like it. And if there are, there are very few. So it wasn't overly expensive or nothing like that, but it hangs in my bedroom and I love it. It's beautiful. And those are the little things you can get at places like that. So kudos to the LGBT festival having actually a lot of LGBT vendor representation. There was a fair share of regular vendors who would be like the food trucks and stuff that would be at any given festival. That's where they make their money. Every weekend they're booked wherever they can get booked. No shame in the game. It doesn't have to be exclusive LGBT. When you exclusively have a club, you're excluding people. And we don't do that, right? Wait, yeah, we do. But we shouldn't. But wait, only if it works for us. That's how it goes. I can do what I want as long as it fits my narrative. You have to do what I want until it fits my narrative. Oh, perfect. Works out great. It's the new American way. No wonder everybody's so pissed off. You got a bunch of dummies running around demanding respect. Insert fart noise here. But hey, the world's fine, right? Because you know why? Burger King is an LGBT ally through and through. This one I heard today, and I thought to myself, part of me said, good Lord, who's going to bitch about this first? And then part of me thought, you know what? This is a good point. At what point, we talked about it the other day, we talked about it Friday, at what point is a major corporation an ally and a supporter of a cause? And at what point is it a money grab? And where do you tell, right? And is it okay, I believe it is okay, a little bit of both, right? Yeah, we are in business to make money. So I give Target and I give Walmart and I give all those major corporations hell because they 1 month a year put out a temporary display of a bunch of LGBT stuff, including things for your cats and dogs. Well, if you're an ally, present that year round. Obviously, for Pride Month, it's a little more flamboyant. It's a little more over the top. People dress a little more extreme for the parades and the Pride events. It's okay. I told my piece about it, but I'm not an old grump yet. I'm not Karen. I'm just old. I'm not grumpy. I'm just a bitch. There's a difference, right? It's a steady flow compared to just, someone's in a bad mood. Nope, I'm just a bitch. That's all. It's okay, though. Knowing is half the battle. It's like suffering. I don't suffer from bitchdom. I enjoy it. It's fun for me. So Burger King joining in. They are presenting their Whoppers with 2 top buns or 2 bottom buns. To which I say to thee, how do you know it's not a top and a bottom? Maybe I prefer my gay buns a top and a bottom. Maybe there's straight guys going, I'm not eating a Whopper thinking of gay butt sex. Could be. Maybe you lose business. Maybe you gain business. But relating same-sex male, same sex to hamburger buns may be a tough bun to swallow. Burger King, yes. For a limited time only. June, Gay Pride Month, LGBT Pride Month. Yeah, you can get 2 tops or 2 bottoms for your buns. I know, WTF. To me, it's ridiculous, but it doesn't matter. It's not going to increase sales. Nobody's going to go, you know what? I've never, ever, ever thought of eating at Burger King, but now they offer 2 top buns. Oh, I've always wanted 2 tops. Good luck. Good luck with that. The gay guys know what I'm talking about. Good freaking luck with 2 tops. That'll be the biggest order because you're going to have all the gay guys in America, wherever this is offered, going, yeah, we've never seen this before. Can you give us a hamburger with 2 tops together? 2 bottoms? All the time. Give me 2 bottom buns, but one has to play a top, like real life. I love you so much, I'll top. That's in the vows for the gays, right? For the straights, it's love and cherish and honor and obey until death do us part. Gays are, I promise to pretend to top every other month. Thank you. It's a way to start your Monday morning after a fun weekend of LGBT pride. I don't have a problem with companies with the pride flag and stuff, but if you log on to Pornhub, not that I do, for research only if I were to, not that I did, but if I did, it would be for research only. They even have Hub as a rainbow flag, just putting it out there. They're an ally too. You don't believe me? Just go in there and type gay porn. Find out for yourself. They promote it. They do not say we can't do that here. Because you can do that here, there, and anywhere. They prefer it here, there, and anywhere, actually. So yeah, I'm officially old because the festival scene is no longer for me, right? Every part of it, I got to find a place to park. I got to walk. I got to go wait in line. I got all these people all around me. I'm old. It's the way it is. Face it. Look in the mirror. I don't look old. I don't feel old, but I'm old. And I know the young whippersnappers are going, oh, bitch, you look old, but it's okay. You just go ahead with that. Yeah. Today we're talking about teachers. Are they still our heroes? We have a specific story to talk about. Why are teachers leaving the classroom? When I was a kid, are you kidding me? I didn't even care about the money. Never once as a child did I say, I want to be a teacher because I want to have a lot of money. No, I wanted summers off. I didn't even care. I wanted summers off. I thought, what a job. What a wonderful freaking job. You go to school and you have great hours. You don't even realize you have great hours because you're a kid. And any hour you're in school sucks. There's no good hours in school, right? I mean, let's face it. You're a kid. You don't appreciate it. You hear mom and dad go, you better appreciate your senior year. You can't wait. Your senior year sucks. It's like your last month in prison. Like, parole's coming. I can't wait. I got to be good for 30 more days. It's terrible. But then when you get older, you go, man, you better cherish your kid. Life has not begun to screw you yet. You're still worried about, you haven't even smelled stinky yet, right? You haven't smelled a stinky girl yet. So you'll end up at a point where you cannot clean that sucker enough. Like opening up 3-day-old fish. It smells the same no matter what. Still may be good to eat, but man, you got to get past the smell first. Once you get past the smell, you got it licked. Just a little friendly advice for you. Yeah, so Burger King coming through with a little bit of a clever pride thing. But what I was getting at earlier was in Detroit here, we have gay bars, which are for the men, and then lesbian bars, which are for the gay girls. Yes, lesbians are girls. Gays can be girls too, because if a girl, did you know that a lesbian is a gay woman? So in Detroit, we separate them, right? There's gay bars, and there's now, unfortunately, defunct. There's not any actual lesbian bars. It's a lot of money. Just have a bar for a small exclusive group of people, right? Hard enough, a gay bar where everybody would go. So I go to South Carolina to visit my brother and sister-in-law and my nephew last April, and we go to a gay bar in Charleston, South Carolina, where there's women dancing with women, men dancing with men, women and men dancing together, going, I'm not sure if I'm bi or gay, so I'm going to find out. It didn't matter. It was one bar. If you were gay, whether you were a man or a woman, you went there. Makes more sense. More money economic-wise. Doesn't make sense to exclude more, right? Then what are you going to have? Because now there's different subcategories of gay men. You got the twinks, right? They're the ones who don't have any body hair at all. Some wear a lot of makeup. Then you've got the bear. It's the big guy with a lot of hair, right? And then you got the different this, that, and the others. Don't matter. They're all the same. So you can't separate different bars for every little thing. You have a gay bar with an event planned that evening, and what you want is people there all the time to participate. Makes it easier. So that was my point. When we in Detroit, it's different. I don't know about where you're at. Stu checking in. Good morning, girl. Good morning, Stu. Hope you had a great weekend. And just it's different here. We have separation of to me, it makes no sense whatsoever. People wait a minute here. We've already gone off the rails, but only for a moment. And we're back on track. All right. It makes no sense to me in 2022 that with all of the bars struggling, we're talking LGBT bars. It's Pride Month. That's what we're talking. It's hard enough to own a straight bar where everybody's welcome. Now add the fact of you have a gay bar. It isolates people. Should it? No. Does it? Yes, absolutely. And dollars matter, right? So you want your bars to be all inclusive, right? There's no smart owner goes, we don't want their money here, right? There are circumstances, right? A homophobe at a gay bar, we don't need your money, right? A racist at a mostly black nightclub, not going to work out good. They don't want your money, right? Someone who doesn't like me, no offense to bikers, don't have a problem with bikers at all. Me going to a biker club, there's a good chance there's going to be trouble. Don't do it. Not always the way, but that's what we're focusing on today. We don't want the separation and segregation of groups. Gay bar, like, girls should go too. It just makes no sense to me. But hey, that's the way it is, the culture we have, So today we're talking about teachers. Are they still our heroes or not? And we're delving into a story from South Dakota. And very interesting take. And we spend a lot of time on children here. Not like a priest, but a lot of time on children. Train them up in the way they will go. Not train them like in a Pornhub video. My rhyme could have been a little better, but hey, ad-libbing. Dragon hunters. Yeah. The hard ones to find are the black and the green. If you are one of the most successful we're going to get into this. This is a story. If you're one of the most successful dragon hunters in the world, you still may have a hard time finding somebody that is actually spotted and put their hands on a black and green dragon. It's coming up right here on Sapphire'S Super Jour. You don't want to miss it. I'm telling you. This information you get here is the most useless information you're going to ever carry with you all day long. Well, I don't know what to say. You're welcome. We're also going to talk about the MTV Movie and TV Awards. I need a toilet flush sound effect. And I also need to stop messing up my music. That would be a good thing, too. They're trying to get me to go to break, and I'm trying to stay on the air. MTV. Do you know what it stands for? Do we even know? Did they change it like KFC? KFC used to be Kentucky Fried Chicken. Kentucky said, that ain't chicken. You're not putting our name on it. Thanks, Mary. If you want to call it the best skin breading ever, yeah. But chicken, not so sure. After not eating it for so long, and then I go, wow, these chicken taste different. No offense. Just saying. Not so sure what it really is. So yeah, KFC now used to be Kentucky Fried Chicken. Now, though, their commercials, they do have, again, finger licking good. If you remember in February or March of 2020, they took that from the advertisement as to not promote finger licking. Yeah, we're that stupid. It is finger licking good, but we can't say it. It's FLG. A new acronym for the TikTokers. Hi, my name is, and I'm FLG. I'm Sapphire, and I'm finger licking good. Gotta like it. So yeah, where are we at here? We are at 7:30. We're close enough. When we get back, we're going to be talking about the new style of sex. That's right, sexting on the docket when we come back. You're listening to Sapphire'S Soup du Jour on Hot 93.97. Keep it locked. All right. That went by quick, man. Morning, Stu. That went by quick. I can't believe it. Like all of a sudden, it's 7:30 already. I didn't even get started to talk about what I wanted to talk about. Sexting. It'll get your your nipples hard. Your oval. I forget what they call them. Not your ovaries. My coffee is tasting real funny today. I should have washed it. I guess maybe I was drinking such out of a dirty, nasty cup. I didn't realize what coffee really tastes like anymore. And why? Nobody's at work. Look at this. Look at there ain't nobody but me and another car way down there. It's Monday. Don't nobody freaking work no more? Oh, I know what it is. Because gas is too expensive. Well, I drive 45 minutes to get here. Am I stupid or dedicated? I'm not sure which one it is. All right, we're going to break. We'll be back at 7:50. I'll put it up there.
Welcome to Adam's Apple, your neighborhood LGBT bar serving all your favorite drink. With friendly and knowledgeable bartenders that keep the party going and make sure your needs are met.
It's the cheers of the gay bar. Your bartenders know who's coming in, where they're going to sit, how long they're going to be.
Kick back and enjoy some fresh air on their large enclosed heated patio. Open year-round with music and weekly barbecues. Karaoke every Thursday night where you're the star. And Mexican Fiesta on the last Monday of every month. Located at 18931 West Warren, Detroit, Adam's Apple. '93.97 Network and Hot 93.97 presents Sapphire'S Soup du Jour with Just Bob, stirring the pot and serving the latest soup. The Jay the Great Show, starring Jay the Great. The Honest Truth Show, starring 2K Bentley. The Good Times Show, starring Princess of All and Cujo Speaks. Ty's Take Today every Saturday afternoon. Marcus Divine every Saturday. The legendary House of Shade, Talk to Me Pretty. Check out the U-Store and be the first to own the newest music. Hot 93.97 and the 93.97 Network. Download the 93.97 Network app today.
Yeah, we're back, bitches. I gotta hear my show. All right, we are back indeed on a Monday morning. Yippee-ki-yay. Let me get this volume right here. It was a very rocky slowdown. I know that was bringing the volume down wrong. That will not go on the air. Check. That's for sure. But hey, it happens. Happy Monday. Don't you love Monday morning? I love Monday, second day of the week. That's why I love it. Everybody goes, oh my God, back to work. Poor soul. You don't got the balls to get a job you love. We feel obligated to our misery, don't we? Don't we? Don't we? All right. A friend of mine says, I got to read this. We're talking about LGBT Pride Month. You're not going to, too bad if you don't like it, but don't go nowhere. Just hang tight. As I reflect on Pride Month and how some view it, I figured I'd take a moment to remind and educate us on all what this month really symbolizes and means. It's not all about a big party and gathering to drink and dance. I feel a little attacked there, Jay, just saying. But hey, no. So, very important. These are words coming from a friend of mine. We'll call him Jay. Good morning, Eunice. How are you today, my beautiful friend? Happy Pride Month to everybody. And we're going to talk about this a little bit today because it's important to remember these things. June is Pride Month in many parts of the world, commemorating the Stonewall Uprising in June of 1969, when LGBTQ plus people in New York stood up against police brutality, injustice, and demanded fair treatment for all. We're still demanding fair treatment. Let that sink in the society of the technology that we've been made, everything, the advancements that have been made, the technology given to us. We still can't get it right, people. Throughout the month, LGBTQ plus people and our allies, family, and friends celebrate our accomplishments achieved since Stonewall. But we also need to continue to advocate for what needs to be done all over the world in order to secure full equal rights and non-discrimination for all LGBTQ plus people. All right, we're not done. Just making sure my music all right here. While the U.S. has come a long way, there is still a long way to go, especially to our brothers and sisters around the world. In countries that people are still being murdered for simply being who they are meant to be. So when you tell somebody that they're not meant to be that, who are you to decide? What you should say is, I have no idea. This is so crazy to me. I don't understand one bit, but you're a human being. You deserve to be happy. So remember why this month is so important, and remember those that sacrificed for all of us to have this freedom. We all don't have that freedom. In America, we have Pride Month. Try that crap in Russia. I look forward to our Pride celebrations this month and hope to have great weather for it. Well, I can tell you one thing. I agree with the words. It's cliche. But the reason people waking up going, I don't know why they need all this Pride Month. You don't get beat up for claiming your straightness. You don't get beat up for being born with a penis and scratching your balls in public, right? You don't get beat up for going, I got big balls, even though you don't, right? I risk getting beat up for being who I am. My friends who are same-sex couples risk getting beaten up every time they go somewhere just for being who they are, not causing trouble, not being flamboyant. Not that that matters. That would be like getting beat up for being too black. You're a little too Latino. You deserve an ass whipping, right? Does that make any damn sense? No. So neither does affecting somebody for being who they see them to be. There's nothing wrong with looking at somebody and going, what in the holy hell is that going on? Whatever. But you can't go up to them and belittle them and make them feel like crap and then you feel good about yourself. How does that work? Tearing someone else down never lifts you up. And if it makes you feel better, if you're the one that can walk away from scolding somebody and making them cry going, I told them, didn't I? You're a scumbag. Just take that home and chew on it a little bit like stale beef jerky. Not like the beef jerky Stu makes, because I'm sure that was delicious, even though I never got any. Probably saved it for all of his good friends. That would be my guess. The new thing, cell phones. Not brand new, but it's a new thing. The concept of sexting. Yep. Sex text. Sexting. Well, what sexting or lack thereof says about your relationship? We're getting into it now on the Soup. Well, can't say that. That was an actual show. This is an actual show, too. It's just not called that. It's called Soup du Jour. Little rhyme to it. Well, not rhyme, but little, little kick to it or whatever. It's a nice jingle. Let's talk about sexts, baby. Sexts. S-E-X-T-S. Who's doing it? And how to do it right. A technological I almost said Baby Ruth. Christ's sake. What was her name? Mrs. Ruth? No. What was her name? Oh, Dr. Ruth. That was it. I knew there was something to it. Ruth. The rise of smartphones and good cameras, too. This camera is wicked good for a $100 phone. Human existence needs cell phones now with a good camera. And it is reinforced an enduring fact of our existence. We're freaking horny, man. We're horny. People are horny. The innovation is horny. For a long time. Me love you long time. Prevailing wisdom dictates that this new technology, cell phones, they didn't think it would be much of anything. But once they realized it would succeed was when they knew they could have sexting. Yeah, baby, with a good picture, the right angle and lighting, and the right filter. You can't make it look bigger, but you can make it look tastier. It's a cultural constant now. But there's a double-edged sword to it. Now, on Lifehacker, you can find guides how to take your best nudes, right? Yeah, not everybody likes to see the belly rolls. So you got to know to stretch the proper way and bend right. And it's like a game of Twister, and then you want to snap the picture. And then you go, oh, my lip's hanging down too low. Damn it. D checks in. Dr. Ruth, yes. Took me a minute to remember. It was Dr. or it was something. Mrs. Ruth, that didn't sound right. Like Dr. Ruth meets Mr. Rogers. You always look for the helping hand. Dr. Ruth will give you a helping hand. Whoop! It's called an old-fashioned. Yeah? So you go on Lifehacker. You can find guides on how to take your best nudes. Tips on what to do if your nudes are leaked. I'm going to be honest with you. I got grade A nudes. I'll leak them myself, baby. I'll be like, oh, look at that. I'll be darned if someone didn't get a picture of my butt out there. How'd that heart-shaped box get out there like that? Fingerprints all on my phone are just mine. Like, oh, well, good thing the FBI figured that one out. Thank you. Hell yeah. Grade A premium nudes here, baby. Like stalker type material. Once you see them, seems like everyone's doing it. But if you're concerned you're not doing it enough or doing it too much, maybe, don't worry. We're going to help you. Sexting is now mainstream enough that we're studying it. Could you imagine? Honey, it's okay. I'm just studying these nudes, all these beautiful racks, all these boobs. Oh, no, all in science. No, God, no. I wouldn't have anything to do with those beautiful, voluptuous breasts. I love your flabby skin flaps. Mainstream enough now that there's an ology to it. Sextology. Like, what's that? Like, well, I study texts of people sexting. Oh, so you're a pervert. Yeah, all right. Have you ever been a priest? I know that was inappropriate. I'm sorry. I'm a little sorry. I'll pay for it at the end, right? It's like I just did one of those proverbial, I ate the grapes while I shopped, and then I come up with an empty bag and I go, no, really, I know you pay by weight. Just add a little bit to it. I know I'm going to hell. It's okay. Again, we're studying it, and sexting, the study of sexting has revealed that indeed we're horny. Everybody's horny. Bob's horny.
You betcha.
I can see, look at his shirt. He's got his muscle shirt on. Now I'm horny. Thanks a lot, Bob.
Oh, stop.
You got me all wound up. Now I got to sit on a tissue.
Stop. This was Bad News Laundry Monday morning.
Bigger than a tissue. All right, there. I'm floodgates open.
Yikes. No, I said this is Bad News Laundry Monday morning is what it is.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I see the pool's open, and now the washing machine won't be used until November. So we're talking about sexting. Have you heard?
Oh, I've heard.
Okay, good. So here's what the science can tell you about what your sexting or lack thereof means about your relationship.
Yes.
Well, that's good enough. I didn't realize that my background music was so loud, but now that I got my headphones on, I know Derek's listening. Cujo Speaks is going, I told you, bitch. The headphones is the engineer's dream. And I go, I know this, and I don't listen to them, so I have no idea what I sound like. And then when I do put them on, I go, oh my God, I got to adjust all this crap. So, yes, there is science to sexting now. We're studying it. Dangerous. In a 2018 study, right, it was revealed that most sexters fall into 4 distinct categories.
Dun, dun, dun.
So they say if you're concerned that you rely too much on wordy descriptions and not enough show and tell by way of a front-facing camera, chill out. And if you're worried because you don't sex while everyone else seemingly does, chill out even more.
I don't worry about it. I just...
Yeah, I think it has to do with age, too.
I got nothing to do in my free time, maybe, but,
right.
That's pretty rare.
Sending a dick pic to your partner just seems like the thing to do. Who doesn't want to see a half-erect penis?
I don't know. Who doesn't?
Well, not everybody's doing it. Of 615 Americans and Canadians in committed relationships studied by the researchers, 71.5% of them didn't sext at all. They're called non-sexters.
Okay.
14.5% were words-only sexters. 8.5% were frequent sexters, and 5.5% were hypersexters.
Hypersexter. Wow.
Hypersexter. So you're sexting a ton. Like your texting goes like this. Good morning. How was your day so far? Good. Want to bang? Good. Let's do it.
Let me show you the goods.
Oh my God. But it's okay to be horny.
Well, yeah.
You know, I'd rather you be horny than murderous.
Thank you.
No, that doesn't mean you
war,
can,
like they say.
So I can either kill you or have sex with you? No, that's rape. Oh, I got a story coming up later about this commercial that aired about rape culture. Very interesting take on a commercial. But we're going to be talking about how people can actually come up with this kind of stuff in today's world. So whether you're sexting a ton or you don't sext at all, you're not odd, right?
No, to each their own.
Now, as if being in a relationship wasn't hard enough, now it's really important in finding a partner who falls into a similar category of sexting as you. In other words, a sexter, hypersexter, and a non-sexter could not possibly get along.
True.
Bad idea.
Yeah, that doesn't fly.
Well, but what about in the bedroom if the sparks fly together and you blow the bed up? Like, hey, don't talk about it, be about it. Don't tell me how you're going to pound me out and destroy my poontang. Come and show me, baby. Then he whips out this little thing and goes, that's a USB charger. What is that little thing? Is that a Q-tip? Are you going to clean my ears with this thing? What are you doing? I won't even choke on that. Get out of here. Get your friend over here. I saw his in a swimsuit.
But size doesn't matter, right?
Nah, it says the small dick guy, right? No, size never matters to little Pee-wee. When he pulls his pants down, but before he does, because I must warn you, I'm going to destroy you. You better make my jaw drop. Like, don't pull out some 6-incher like, see? If I swing it long enough side to side, never mind. I won't go there.
Come on, it's Monday morning. You're going to give us a heart attack.
Good Lord. Oh. So, yeah, now you can't. It's not just about how many children do you want? What's your religion? What's your political point of view? Can I sext you every morning and show you a picture of my Johnson?
Well, if it's a happy Johnson, then
it's a happy. It could be a sad one too, with a sad face.
If it's a sad Johnson, don't start my day off sad. Yeah.
Send me the at least partially happy Johnson.
Well, yeah.
Right. At least fluffed. I don't need the old drag sagging balls and all that. No. Tighten them up a little. Pin it to your taint if you have to. Make them look like they're not sagging that bad. Jesus. That's what safety pins are for.
Ow.
It stings a little going in and out of the taint, but once you get used to it. It's like an itchy butt.
Oh, my.
Sexting can be good for your relationship. But you gotta, again, it's like porn, right? Porn can be good for a relationship or bad for a relationship. Depends on both individuals. If the wife considers it cheating, which is usually the man and the woman, and the wife usually considers it cheating, right? You have to look at another woman to get aroused. I have a problem with that. On and on. You have, and it's nobody's wrong, right? What's wrong is when you're deceitful about it. Like, oh, my old lady don't like me watching this porn, so I got to do it when she ain't looking and erase the temporary files and all that. That's cheating.
Okay.
I don't know if it's cheating like cheating, but it's deceitful. Let's not call it cheating. Let's say it's deceitful.
Okay.
Right? Your wife, if you tell your spouse, this bothers me, please don't, and they go, okay, I won't, then don't.
Yeah.
But is it cheating as in like going to the hotel? No. It's not.
Correct.
And some people enjoy watching their spouse do it.
Well, that again, to each their own, and who should decide. And when it comes to a relationship, I think some of that stuff can change over time too. I mean, earlier on in a relationship, when you're all about the physical with each other, and mentally that's very important to you. It strokes your ego and all that. I think later on, especially if you're in a solid relationship and you've been through a lot of stuff, then it's like, well, you know what? I don't feel like it today. Go ahead. I don't care.
It's one of those things where some people will say there's no way in the world you can share a partner sexually if you're in love with them.
Mm-hmm.
And there's other people that go, love is love and sex is sex.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, there is a connection.
Oh, there is.
There's absolutely a connection. You see couples all the time that swing, that end up, and you think it's the trust is so deep and everything, they get divorced. Maybe it has nothing to do with swinging. Maybe it does.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely not for everybody. But it certainly is hot to watch.
Sure. And at least if you're watching, you're not participating, so you're not cheating.
Well, there's always that, but you can watch and participate too.
Well, you can. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
no, but if we're just talking about cheating and whether or not you're playing the game, you can watch. There's nothing to keep you from watching.
So sexting can be good. When it comes to sexting in committed relationships, the study found that both frequent and hypersexters reported the same relationship satisfaction as non-sexters and their word-only sexter peers.
Mm-hmm.
But they had more sexual satisfaction than the less sexting groups. So you get all hot and bothered through the talk and the pictures, right?
Sure.
I send you a picture of my boobs. You send me a picture of your balls. And then we go, hey, I can't wait to get home. I mean, that's what happens, ain't it?
These need to connect, yes.
One problem, though, there's always that little problem.
There's
right?
always a problem.
More prolific sexters are also more likely to get involved in infidelity-related behavior on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Doing what you don't agree to, right? It's weird because a couple that likes to watch each other with other partners and in doing it too, it's not just like a watching voyeur thing. Everybody's involved.
Mm-hmm.
You enjoy watching your partner pleased by other people. There's a kink to that, right? Well, it does not make it okay to do it on your own, even though you guys do it together a lot. It's not okay to say, hey, I've already banged you in front of your husband. Now let's go out and hang out and I'll bang you when they're not here.
Yeah, the whole point of that, the swinging and the sharing and that is just it. It's both are involved. Everybody plays. Mm-hmm. And that's that. If you're not part of the initial group or the agreed to event, then yeah, you
open the door. It's getting hot in here.
I can see. Just the imagination runs wild.
Oh, it is right now. I'm looking at Tom Cruise and George Clooney, and the sun's shining in. You got your muscle shirt on. Good Lord. My cloaca's tingling like it fell asleep.
Wakey, wakey.
Wakey, wakey. If you and your boo are swapping pictures and dirty messages constantly, it's important to be open and communicative about your boundaries and expectations when it comes to both of your behavior, both with each other and others, right?
Uh-huh.
And I think that goes without saying. It should go without saying, right? Like, I don't think that if my boyfriend sends me a picture of his junk, my initial response shouldn't be, oh, nice. You didn't send that to my girlfriend, did you? You know what I mean? You didn't send it to anybody else, did you? Well, my mom, I wanted to see her how I grown up.
Stop it.
Look, Mom, I'm
On
all
the other
grown up
hand,
now.
On the other hand, if you've shared it and they've seen it before, then what's the harm in sending the latest and greatest update? You know,
right. I'm 23 now. It's been about 20 years since you've seen my penis. Look at how grown I have gotten.
I am a big boy now.
I'm a big boy. All right, sexting. We're making it sound good and fun and exciting, but you got to be careful. It all sounds great. You got a smartphone, a great camera, right? It can enhance your overall sexual satisfaction. But remember, a big majority of those studied rarely, if ever, engage in the activity. No, they rarely admit to it. Here's some drawbacks. If you're in a committed relationship, they say, people will often do things via text that they will not have the courage to do when they're in person.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Sexters,
Or if not the courage, maybe it's something that the other partner doesn't like, that is a fantasy that you can enjoy through sexting without causing damage to your relationship. Maybe. I mean, rather than going out and doing it in person, that would be the cheating part, whereas the sexting would be the, quote, deceitful part, except it kind of is and it kind of isn't if you know the differences between you and what you like and what you don't like.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big gray area, isn't it?
It is. Well, it has a lot. Most of it has to do, just like anything else, communication with your partner of what we're going to do, what we're allowed to do, or what we're not.
Mm-hmm.
Most sexters reported not liking their partner looking at their phones.
Mm-hmm.
And something is going to ultimately drive a wedge into your trust might not be worth pursuing, they say, even if it seems like everyone else is doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Open communication is imperative. Just because all your friends are swingers don't mean you should go be a swinger.
True.
And just because none of your friends do it don't mean it ain't right for you.
True.
That background music's making me mad. That's a little better, but it's still, that's too low, but it's better than where it was. It was too high. It was bugging me. So what's right for some is not right for others. The important thing is, unfortunately now, that's another conversation to be had. Mm-hmm. Before we see, and that's where love and lust come in. Lust, I don't believe in love at first sight. I believe the attraction starts physically. That's lust at first sight.
Well, it would have to, yeah. I mean, if you've never met the person before.
And absolutely. It just, to me, we, again, don't know how to handle our emotions and don't know how to read what we're actually feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So that raging feeling, not the one in your pants, but the one in your chest, is your heart. And it feels like love because they're so good looking and they seem to have it all together and everything. And it's like, but remember, you're not seeing the true person yet.
Right.
You won't see the true person until you're comfortable stinking up the bathroom in their presence. Well, once you're ready to leave a stinky poop and come out and go, don't go in there for a half hour, then you know you're going to the next level.
Well, and especially if you give them the courtesy of the knowledge. It's like if you just leave it and then go, well,
hope they don't go near it.
Let's see if they trip over it or not. Yeah.
I got to go to work early. I don't poop in front of my partner yet.
That's right.
I got to go to work early. My stomach's killing me. It's like, wait a minute here. You don't
and then poop? And then the other way, it's like, I never poop at work. I have to go do that at home.
Yeah. That'd be more along the lines of me. I can't. Public bathrooms? Are you kidding me? My mind won't allow it.
Well, it's got to be I always say, if your body overtakes your mind, though, I mean, it's got to be a pretty serious event in order for
right.
Yeah.
I just got done eating White Castle, and now I got to go to the bathroom.
It's either right here, right now, or in the car on the way home. Which would you prefer?
Right. Where are we going? I'm going somewhere.
That's right.
Yeah. So we went from sexting to pooping. So that's a great mixture of things, I guess.
Various experiences. Yes.
I leave my phone in the open. My partner leaves her phone in the open. I don't care if she looks at it. I don't care. I never look at her phone. She leaves it.
Uh-huh.
I don't look at it. I don't need to. I know her lock code password. She tells it to me, so I don't ever doubt.
Uh-huh.
I go, I don't care. If I have to start following you around and spying on you to make sure you're going where you're going, man, I'm 53 years old. I never did that when I was 23. I'm certainly not starting now.
Yep.
And I only ask is if you're going to cheat, I want to watch at least video if you're not comfortable doing it with me there.
Right. Give me something out of the deal.
Golly, I want to, let me enjoy it too. It'd be worth our while.
Mm-hmm.
But communication is key, right?
Yep.
Noting the risk in sending explicit messages or photos to someone that you're not in a committed relationship with. You never know. The guys, they'll be very nice to you. And I'm not saying all guys are dogs, but all guys are dogs. And they're going to do what they can to get a free set of boobs in a picture. Don't think for 1 minute that their friends aren't going to see them boobs. And then you're going to meet them at B-dubs hanging out one day, and they're all going to know how nice your rack is. And you're going to love that fact. Be like, I can get whatever I want at this table. All I got to do is pull my shirt up.
That's right. Oops, I dropped a wing. One moment, please.
Mm-hmm. But everyone's horny. So why is that a surprise?
Mm-hmm.
Guys that look good know they look good. When they look in the mirror at the shirt they're wearing, the fit of the shirt matters, right? Mm-hmm. Shirts fit you differently, and it makes you look different.
Right.
Women the same way. It's normal. It's okay. We act like it's taboo. No. Killing each other in the streets every weekend is what we should be grossed out by, not a girl showing her midriff because she looks like a slut at Disney. Who cares? But now we're on to that too. See,
a slut at Disney? Wait a minute. Back up the bus.
Disney has a dress code.
Right.
And if you don't follow the dress code, they've been asking you to go pick out a shirt of your choice from one of their gift shops. Well, now people are onto it, and they go, I know how to get free merch.
Right.
So now they're going, no, now you got to pay for the shirt or leave. Because there's a dress code, midriffs, low cut, and stuff like that.
Well, and if you think it's free merch, it's not free merch anyway. They're just going to tack it onto the price of your ticket. So,
eventually it'll end up being paid for. Yeah,
right.
No doubt about it. So if you're gonna not everybody's got the best interest for you. Everybody's horny, and guys want to show up, and girls probably too. Like if you got a nice Johnson and you send it to a girl, and she's like, "Wow," she's gonna show her girlfriends too, and the guys would be like, "I hope so." Right? Girls would be like, "I can't believe you showed my boobs to all your friends." The guys are like, "I can't believe you didn't show this perfect wiener to all your girlfriends." They're like, "I know better. These are my friends. I don't trust them." Keep your enemies close and your friends closer. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to send sexy photos, make sure you ask, right? Make sure it's okay. You're both on the same page. Mm-hmm. Very important for your text messaging foreplay.
Yeah.
Then do you video? Like you go on FaceTime or something? Because you can't go Facebook Live. Then there's no privacy.
Right.
So I don't know, got to be careful with that.
Well, and then there's the whole other aspect of whatever you send is if it's faceless, so you don't know. You could get the picture and you don't know who it is. Even if they tell you it's them, it might not be them because maybe they needed a better dick pic or something, or it's they borrowed one from someone else that they got it from.
Borrowed like a used dildo. Hey, when you're done with that, can you wipe it off with a baby wipe and send it this way? Looks fun. So if your partner's not into it, but you are, these are things we got to consider nowadays, right? We got to talk it through. Perhaps you're incompatibly sexually. If you're incompatible sexually, that's another conversation altogether.
It is.
That must be had. You have to have it. Don't go behind the back and sext others to fulfill that need because it's not gonna work out for you. Better to break up or find a middle ground
Well,
than to
that's
be
it.
all horny and cheating.
I mean, sex is just one aspect of a relationship too. So you could be clicking on all cylinders in 18 other ways, and this is one that doesn't necessarily line up so well. Is the relationship trashed because of that? Not necessarily. Like you said, either find some middle ground, agree to disagree. I don't want to hear about whatever you're doing when you're not here. Just don't bring anything home.
I don't think that happens very often, though.
I agree.
One.
Well, no, I
Yeah.
agree. I mean, it's the exception rather than the rule, but it is. It is
When it
out
comes
there,
to
too.
sex, it's very hard to agree to disagree, right?
Mm-hmm.
If one in the relationship likes to watch porn to get aroused and the other one doesn't, that could be a problem, right? I'll be right with you. I got to watch a video for a minute. Kind of makes you feel unattractive,
Yeah.
So it's hard to agree to disagree when it's sex.
Well, again, and I think age and experience and where you are in your life has a lot to do with it too. When you're young and dumb and you need it every minute,
Right.
it's different than when you're older and you've had a lot of those experiences, and there are days when you can take it or leave it, and you don't want to deny your partner of enjoyment, but you just your head may not be in the game, literally and physically. And there you go. And so it doesn't mean that the rest you still don't care about them. That every other aspect of your relationship is okay, But that's something I think that you see more with older, longer term relationships that have been held together that long. They say people change, and people do change.
Oh, we were not on the air.
Girl, you're not playing on the radio station.
Yeah, we are now. I don't know what happened, but thank you, Stu. Well, that sucks. That whole segment was so funny. Nobody got to hear it, except for the live stream.
I guess we have to do it over again.
Well, no, we ain't doing all that. But I'll tell you what, I don't know when it happened.
Right.
I have no idea when it happened. We're about to go to break now, so. Oh, well, it happens. I don't know what happened. I don't know what we heard, what we missed, and what we didn't get. So thankfully, Stu chiming in, letting us know what's going on because we don't know. But the red light went out. I have no idea. But we are going to break, so hopefully you enjoyed listening to a little bit of low, quiet music for the last 20 minutes.
So get your Monday started calmly.
Yeah. Oh, I guess so. A little bit of soothing music in the background while we were talking about sexting. Oh, what a bummer. But we'll be right back. You're listening to Sapphire'S Soup du Jour. Keep it locked. Well, oh well. I don't know if I hit the button or if we were never on or what.
I don't know. I mean, we had to be on. D commented at 7:57, so we had to be on at that point. So if it fell off somewhere in between, I don't know, but
could be. I gotta fix this though. Hide that message. Bob, we come back. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We come back at 8:50.
8:50.
8:50.
Be here.
All right. Well. All right, we're back, and the red light is on. Good Lord.
We're in the red light district.
Oh, we are in the red light district for once. Thank goodness gracious. Oh, my God. So I'm sitting here. We're going to do a little non-planned thing, believe it or not.
Uh-oh.
I'm on my Facebook page real quick, checking things out, and it's one of these groups. Grew up in the 70s and 80s.
Uh-huh.
Right? That's the Facebook group.
Right.
And there's a post, it says, things nobody said in the 80s. And go. There's 1.6 thousand comments. These are the top comments. Where's my iPad? I need an iPhone. Her dog has health insurance. That triggered me. I need a safe place. I'm bored. I always had something to do. Chores, inside and out. Something to do. Right?
Yes.
Another one. Laptop, internet, reboot, tech support, software, work-life balance, smartphone, smart TV, streaming, side piece, fat shaming, bipolar. The diagnosis was manic depressive back then.
Mm-hmm.
Another guy, I'm afraid of going to school because I might get shot. Back then, our worst fear was getting beat up. I'm offended. I need my safe space. Where's my therapy dog? I have so much going on. This has become an excuse for people to get out of anything they don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my child support money, Mom? Again, these are things you never heard in the 70s and 80s.
Right.
Gentle parenting. I don't want to get a job to make money. I'm having a panic attack because someone disagrees with me, so I need my safe space. I identify as insert here. Everybody gets a trophy.
Yeah. Yeah, that didn't happen back in the day.
Yeah. We need transgender restrooms. Never happened in the 70s and 80s. You never heard it.
Right.
Yeah. I don't want a job, and I don't want to move out of my parents' house. Binary, racist. I need my safe space. Another guy says, let's go, Brandon. Bluetooth, YouTube, Facebook. Here's something you never heard in the 80s. 19 children and 2 teachers mowed down with an AR-15 have to be identified by DNA.
That's true.
You know? Assault rifle. Rifles don't assault. Racist. Most people are not. And Black Lives Matter. All lives matter.
Mm-hmm.
That right there will trigger a response. You have to point it out. There's a conversation to be had.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, there's times are certainly different, and when you look at it that way, the stark contrast,
Oh yeah. That statue offends me. Tear it down.
Yeah. Yeah, people were not as sensitive back then. I mean, about certain specific, obvious things. Obvious racial issues and things like that, but not every little thing.
The one guy says, I have 3 children and they all have ADD, all different daddies.
Ah!
Oh my God. A lot of people talking about a boy and girl sports and all that crap too.
Mm-hmm.
People have their right to feel that way, but the need to put it out there makes you not an ally.
Well, that's
when you
just
have the feeling that you have to put out there, yeah, I love everybody and everybody has the right to be who they want, but it's wrong to Just you having to publicly put that out there is actually harmful to everybody in the community. But you have to get your point across so bad. It's so important that all your friends know that you disagree with it. And I called one butthole out about it that I grew up with, who wanted to talk about, I'd like to see somebody in a girl's bathroom when my kid walks in there, I'll beat him up. And I thought, you little pussy cat couldn't punch your way out of a wet paper bag, so you need to shut up.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm in the bathroom and I come walking out of there, what are you going to do about it, you little putz? So I love tough talking people. My ex-stepmother, right? My dad's passed away. He loved her.
Right.
Right? Everybody can see something in anybody. She decides, my dad, as I've been dead for 10 years at the point, decides that she has to throw some hate crap at me from my dad. I let that bitch have it.
Mm-hmm.
Eat it. Period. I don't care who you think you are.
Right. Right.
Because my father would agree that I should not use a woman's bathroom. And I said, I'll beat his dead ass too.
Who are you to say? Right. Exactly.
What? Yeah.
Exactly.
You know?
No, everybody, and you know, it is the technology and the social media now that encourages participation. So because participation is encouraged, everyone thinks they need to be heard.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you froze up. When you unfreeze, it will be everybody needs to be heard, and especially
There.
Bob. But it ain't my fault this time.
I did not do it.
So all we heard was everybody needs to be heard.
Okay. Everybody needs, yeah. I mean, it's encouraged by the fact that you're sitting in a room anonymously typing on a keyboard. You know, they call it keyboard warrior for a reason. But where did it get to a place where everybody is so self-centered that they're, you know, I must be heard. My voice must be heard. Your voice sometimes can be heard with your mouth shut.
Right.
Enough said. You don't have to. It's, you know, it's my right. And maybe you're right. It's also my right not to listen to you, and preferably not have to put earplugs in.
I just get a kick out of I'm not racist, but I'm not a homophobe, but I believe everybody should, but, well, there's a but. So there's always a but. There's always I'm really racist, but I'm not going to admit it. I'm really a homophobe, but I'm not going to admit it. I don't feel you're homophobic if you believe that biologically born males should not participate in women's sports. I don't think that's a homophobic view. Right? I think that that's their point of view, and they should be respected for the way they feel.
Mm-hmm.
Period. I think they're wrong in ways, but I also don't know. I don't know. Mm-hmm. And I really, truly don't care. Right? Leah Thomas swimming as a girl doesn't affect me one bit. But my granddaughter. Okay. Well, I guess I'm a bad grandparent then. I don't care if Leah Thomas swims for the Olympic team as a girl. I could care less. It doesn't change my life. Right. That gold medal only changes your life monetarily. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah, a little bit of beaming pride. But no, you didn't save the world. There's no better place because you won a gold and they didn't.
Nope, you're right about that.
But the world would be a better place, again, if people would say more, like you said, by not saying anything sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But some people, like you said, they got to be heard. I don't have a problem with anybody doing what they want to do, but I feel like this. Don't start threatening violence, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, people misconstrue gay people as being weak, right? There's a lot of gay people that will hand you your ass.
Oh, yeah.
I know a gay MMA fighter.
Yeah.
He'll whip your butt.
Yeah, that's a stupid assumption on people's part.
It sure is. It sure is. But the thing is, it's okay for people to not agree with our life. It's not a lifestyle. This is not a lifestyle I live. Like, I don't know how you live that lifestyle being transgender. It's not a lifestyle, right? If you're black, that's not a lifestyle.
Right.
Right?
Exactly. There's a difference
born
between
that
your
way.
life and a lifestyle. A lifestyle you can actually choose.
Right. People go, well, I don't know about that gay lifestyle. Huh? What do you? I don't know about that straight lifestyle.
Right.
You know, and it's funny too because people always compare the, well, we don't need no straight pride. I don't understand why we gotta have a gay pride. Well, you wouldn't understand. But you don't get beat up for being straight. Nobody's ever gotten beat up because they're straight. Well, maybe at a lesbian bar.
That's well, yeah, I suppose there could be an incident or two. And as you know, and even so, there is gay. You know, there are gay pride events, and that's all fine. Absolutely. But again, it doesn't change my universe one way or the other, whether we have one or not. You know, it's recognition, it's understanding. There's a place for it, but so many times people make too big of a deal out of just about anything. You know, and again, not diminishing pride celebrations, but then again, you have to take into account everybody's celebration. I mean, you have all kinds of them, all kinds of observances, all kinds of months of recognition. And we don't have enough months and days if everybody were to get recognized on their own special day, let alone their month. I mean,
I hear you. I've noticed a lot of smaller towns having pride events too. And I'm going, wait a minute now. Are we really going to have every city in America having a pride event? It's not to say we shouldn't, but don't we need to work it a little differently then? Do we really need every city and every county having pride events through the month of June? Or can't we do it where, hey, this is getting to be such a thing of acceptance and everything that the county should organize a pride event, a pride weekend.
Right.
So that way you're not having every city competing for dollars. And I know a lot of the places would go, no, like the trucks, the food trucks. They go, no, we want to be busy everywhere, every weekend. Well, you still will be. But it doesn't make much sense for every city to have a pride event. Why not organize it through a county and have it a weekend thing where it could be, you could still make your money and still serve the community the pride event and recognition they seek.
Right.
And to be honest, the main thing for pride should be not only showing we're proud of who we are, but it's a ambassadorship to the public to say, like, I always humanize myself through conversation. People look at me and they go, uh-oh. And then after we talk for a few minutes, they go, wait a minute, you're not crazy. Well, yeah, I am. Or they go, oh, you're not stupid. Yeah, I am. But they think that there's something wrong with me.
Right.
But there's not anymore. Now I'm all right.
Right.
And people don't understand it, but it's not their place too. Right?
True.
So it's to me, pride is a chance for us to reach out and go, this is who we are, and we're no different than you. It's all it boils down to is who you love. That's it. Doesn't matter. What about if you're real narrow-minded and you go, wait a minute, you were born in America? You can only like American women. You got an Asian wife. You have an African-American wife. But you're straight. You're both American. So now we've got to have groups. Well, if it doesn't matter if I'm married to, I'm an Italian Polish person. If I'm not married to an Italian Polak, then I'm going outside of my race in a way, my ethnicity.
Your ethnicity, yeah.
Yeah. But some people would say Italians are not white people. I could care less what they think of it because the classification means nothing to me.
Right.
You know, it matters as much as January 6th. I could care less. We got bigger things to worry about. I don't give a crap. I don't care what bathroom you use. I don't care how you raise your children. I don't care if you have a Confederate flag. I don't care if you have a German flag. I don't care. I care about how you act.
Well, true. And all of the need to have all of these different types of recognition events and observances, and it's this month, it's this history month, or it's that music month, or whatever it is. The very need to have that also drives people apart. I mean, if the whole point is unity, then the minute you start segregating to recognize, observe, celebrate this, that, or the other, you're now doing exactly the opposite of what you state you're trying to do, which is to integrate and everybody be of one mindset. And it can't happen. You're always going to have this. People can't absorb the concept, that less is more. Less is more. You don't need to point yourself out to everyone else.
Now we have a 20-second story. MTV Movie and Music. Wait, I'm sorry. I effed that all up. The MTV Movie and TV Awards were last night. Right? Last night?
I guess I missed it.
And you missed nothing.
Okay,
you
good.
missed nothing.
Good.
Okay. The MTV, for those of you who don't know, MTV started like music television. They used to play music on there, videos.
Well, they were all videos. They were all your favorite songs. Each had a video to it, and that was the program.
They launched careers over videos.
Yeah.
And some would argue that's good, some would argue that's bad. But nonetheless, it held true. How would you like to turn on movie television and there'd be no movies on it? All commercials, not a freaking movie.
Yeah.
That's what we're getting. MTV Movie and TV Awards. Okay, we're going to spend this much time on it. Okay? The award for Best Kiss went to Poopy and the Snake. I'm done.
Yeah.
There is nothing else to talk about. The MTV Music Television Awards were television and movie, and the Best Kiss goes to Poopy and the Snake. And that's all there is about the MTV Awards on this show. So, school teachers, are they really our heroes? If you raise the people that made MTV not music, you're a bad teacher. There is a new thing sweeping. It's a new war. Politics and culture war are seeping into our classrooms. We know it. We know it. We hear it. We see it, right? Jason Conley, one man, exactly the kind of young educator that a public school system would love to add to its depleted workforce, right? Now, this story is out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, but this is a countrywide problem, right? So Jason Conley grew up in Sioux Falls, Iowa, I believe, right? Sioux Falls?
Sioux Falls is South Dakota.
South Dakota. Oh, Des Moines, Iowa.
Des Moines, Iowa, right.
Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Okay. So he went to Catholic schools, pursued a history and teaching degree at a major university, which he obtained this year, right? He did his student teaching at Roosevelt High School in Sioux Falls. Loved every second of it. I was welcomed by the teachers at the school. I felt supported by the principal. The professor who oversaw my student teaching tenure said I did a great job in the classroom and was loved by everyone. Yet he has no desire to seek a teaching position in that school. It ain't money. No. He's not deterred by money. Right? Not low teacher salary,
right?
Not large class sizes, not low state funding levels, not mediocre academic achievement by many of the students. No. Jason Conley, 22 years old, turned off by the new assault on public education, an increasing politicization of education. heightened criticism of what is taught, how it's taught, and the influence of the ongoing culture wars.
Yeah, well, see, because we've gotten away from teaching fact. We've gotten preaching opinion rather than teaching facts. If you're teaching facts, there's no room for opinion. This is what happened if it's history. This is how you do it if it's math. This is how you say it if it's grammar. Fact is fact. Excuse me. And there is no opinion. There's no opinion necessary because it doesn't change it.
Right.
But as soon as we've gotten from teaching the basics to preaching everybody's opinion about things, it is no longer teaching. You're right.
So he says that teachers across the state and across the country really have watched as lawmakers have tried to regulate how transgender students are treated in sports, how they use the bathroom. They've seen Republican Governor Kristi Noem in South Dakota ban the teaching of critical race theory, even though it is not taught in South Dakota public schools and rarely, if ever, in the state-run universities. So they're banning things that aren't happening. Right? To protect the integrity of our kids, we got to ban things that are not happening. That's where the representatives are spending their energy in every state. This is not just South Dakota. This is everywhere. You're not doing the kids right. The kids just want to go to the bathroom if they got to go pee. Right?
Yeah, they don't care.
They want to be accepted for who they are, no matter what it is. Whether you identify as a boy or not. 99.9% of boys identify as a boy. The other 1%, 0.1% will let you know. You don't got to seek them out. You don't need special knowledge. They'll tell you. Much like the Oxford, Michigan school shooter begged and pleaded for help, he told you. The adults let them down. And in this case, for the LGBT community, the adults let people down again. And for school, same thing. We're letting our kids down arguing over critical race theory. How about we just teach people to not be buttholes to each other? How critical that for you?
Yeah.
Right? But again, not all of these issues are school issues, but they're also not all avoidable. Right? Interaction at recess, if somebody goes, yeah, that Latino kid can't play with us, mom and dad don't like him, there's a lesson to be learned here. Right? Intervention needs to be done, but how? You just can't walk up and publicly humiliate a child. You have to show them why what they're thinking is not right. And if they're being taught it at home, who are we to tell people how to raise their kids? That's why the curriculum at school is very important to adhere to, and all the other things are kind of a case-by-case basis. But teaching young children transgender and sexuality and gender issues, bad idea. Teaching children segregation issues, bad idea. All they want to do is go play. They look around the room and they're not looking for anything other than who can I go play with at recess? You know, they're not worried about all those other things.
Yeah, you're going to have these, quote, teachable moments of social type things that happen during a school day. But you use that opportunity at that moment. You don't turn it into a curriculum. I mean, you know, reading, writing, arithmetic, basic stuff that you need to learn to get along in life, assuming everybody looked identical and was identical in every way. You still need to know these things. You're a human. And as a human, you need to be able to do this, that, and the other. Now, when something comes up socially that can be addressed and can be used as a chance to teach something, take the opportunity, take the moment. But again, I don't need a 12-week course on it, you know?
Exactly. It's the people, like, they're changing the way things are being done, and it doesn't fit well with a lot of people. They saw the State Department of Education of South Dakota make last-minute changes that removed references to Native American culture and history in social studies. These were standards that were developed over several months by a group of nearly 50 interested citizens. And the administration said, no, it's offensive. We're not showing it. Banning books that are educating people about things. We can't, that's not what America is. A school library, I could understand having a restricted section where books that are controversial, a parent has to allow you to read it. You're under 18, but you can't ban books. This is America. I can write whatever I want. You can read whatever you want. If I write something stupid, I'll hear about it.
Right. Well, and again, you've got the whole area of things that are of social and, political and things like that versus your basics. Nobody's going to go pick up a math book and get offended by the fact that 2 + 2 = 4. I don't think.
Right.
And if they do, then there's something else wrong with them. Science books, again, your basics that are factual and don't change versus opinion and feelings and all that, which is a different category, Not saying they're not important, not saying they shouldn't have a place, but in school should be more about school and less about opinions and feelings and
Exactly. When we went to school, there was a curriculum.
Yeah.
It was academics, reading, writing, arithmetic, and a little bit of this, that, and the other. You need a little bit of everything in there.
Well, sure.
But we're asking our teachers to raise our children for us. But we're not giving them the permission to raise our children for us. So what the hell are they supposed to do? And they're going, you know what? I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get a job somewhere else.
Right. Yeah.
You got to teach the children. He even says you can't be free and civilized if you're illiterate as a society. We're not teaching our kids.
Yeah, well, if you don't know basics and facts in that, you're very easily manipulated, and you don't know the difference because you didn't learn that when you should have, and so that's a totally viable, true statement.
Parents are meddling too much in all these things. Just because you're a parent don't mean you know what's best for your kid. We see that all the time. And that's the difference, though. We're talking about public education, a requirement to make our country compatible or competitive. If we don't raise smart kids, we're doomed. Look at what's going on in the world. Okay, here's what's going on in the world. Let's see. 10 mass shootings in 2 days. I'll bet you today a person over 25 pulling the trigger. Let's see. Philadelphia. They're urging people to come forward. 3 dead, 11 wounded, right? After a night out. Chattanooga, Tennessee. A shooting, 3 dead, 14 injured. Somerton, South Carolina, where 15-year-old, 12-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 14-year-old, 2 15-year-olds, a 17-year-old, a 32-year-old, and a 36-year-old all shot. The 32-year-old woman died from her injuries. These are kids. What is going on? Oh, it's Princess. We'll stop her right there. So, yeah. And that's just boom, boom, boom. So that's where we're at. How do you teach that in a classroom?
Well, and if you were focused on learning the stuff that should be taught in the classroom instead of not, then you wouldn't have
teach my kid how to balance a checkbook. That's mom and dad's job.
Yeah.
Teach your kid about sex. That's mom and dad's job, not the
Mm-hmm.
school. No way. No way. You want your teacher that you don't know teaching your kid about something they have no business talking to your kid about? No,
Mm-hmm.
not happening. But, all right, we're going to take a quick break. We got 3 songs and we're coming right back. We hope. It is Monday, by the way, so
Feels
we'll
like
do
it.
the best we can. We'll be back we'll be back in 3 songs. Keep it locked. And I should have known that we were having problems earlier because remember I kept saying, damn, the background music's so loud.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because it automatically goes louder when you turn off the microphone.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I should have known something was up. Well, let's see. We come back at 9:32.
All right.
So it's a quick break.
Sounds good.
Yep, 9:32. I'm jamming out into some salt and pepper. We got 30 seconds. Oh, don't bang on the table. All right, with all that shenanigans and tomfoolery. Wait. We are both back.
Hey.
There we go.
There we are.
Oh, lordy, lordy. All right. Teachers, we're going to finalize this here. We are putting them in a bad spot, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we expect so much and they're not getting paid much, right? But this is the first time that they've seen politics really register as a concern for educators. This is according to Sandra Waltman, spokeswoman for the South Dakota Educational Administration, maybe, I don't know, the SDEA. Mm-hmm. The culture war issues are creating more division. Educators are already overwhelmed. The issues are causing more division, and the educator already taken on more students. There's lack of staff. These issues dividing everybody is not helping. They say at a time when parents, communities, and educators should be working together to make sure our schools have the necessary resources and staff to meet the needs of the students, many are focusing on non-issues that only lead to more division.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
It is true.
The transgender issue, it's not an issue. It's only an issue to adults, straight adults.
Mm-hmm.
Who use...
Yeah, it's an issue. It's an issue if you make it an issue, basically.
Yeah. Who say, I can't have my kid in there with a predator. Well, then you better watch out for men. Right? You better watch out for the after-school groups, the Boy Scouts, your clergy. Look out for them. Not me going to the bathroom. I just want to go pee.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer sex with adults, thanks.
Exactly.
You know. So, yeah, it's 90% of teachers feel that burnout is a serious problem.
Mm-hmm.
And 55%, more than half of our teachers, are expected to leave the education profession altogether sooner than they expected. So, wow, let's look at what we got going on in America. We've got nobody wants to be a cop and nobody wants to be a teacher. We're screwed.
Yeah. Well, that says something right there.
Greg, good morning, live and let live. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
No, that says something right there. The very fact that, nobody wants to be in one of those key roles.
Hell yeah. Kids used to grow up, I want to be a teacher. I want to be a police officer. I want to be a firefighter. Now they go, what do you want to be?
A YouTube star.
TikTok. Yeah. It's and there's nothing wrong with wanting to be a star. But what do you want to give the world?
Mm-hmm.
It just we need to stop reproducing. We really do. Humans need a freaking timeout. Like, wait a minute, let's start over again. Let's take 10 years off. No babies at all for 10 years. But it'll ruin the world. No, it won't. We're doing that on our own.
That's right.
Oh, crazy. All right. I've been doing a very bad job of keeping our listeners and viewers up to date. I keep on forgetting to move the banner. I've been doing a bad job.
Shame, shame, shame.
I feel shame. I'll be so upset. I'll have an extra drink at the bar later. All right. Now, the story of dragon hunters. There's a stretch of coastline in southern Cornwall known for its dragons. The black ones are rare. The green ones, even more rare. Even a dedicated dragon hunter can go an entire lifetime without coming across a single black or green dragon. Now, unlike the European mythological ones, these do not breathe fire. They don't have wings. They cannot fly. They're aquatic. They're aquatic, however you want to pronounce it.
Aquatic.
They're aquatic. Aqua. They're aquatic.
Aqua
They're
like water.
Aquatic. They're aquatic.
Aquatic. sounds like a superhero. Aquatic.
Aquatic. To the rescue. They arrive from the sea, and they are capable of traveling long distances. Right? One was spotted on the Chesil Beach. Another made its home on an uninhabited Dutch island in the Wadden Sea. But most of them are drawn to the beaches of southwest England, Port Wrinkle and Perranporth, to Bigberry Bay and Gunwallow. And you can look for these yourself. You can look for all the dragons you want. They're about 3 inches long. They're missing their arms and tails, and they're made by the Lego company. Now, this is a container ship that gets the credit for this, right? The Tokyo Express, a container ship that sailed from Rotterdam, headed for North America in February of 1997. It ran into foul weather 20 miles off Land's End, right? In heavy seas, it rolled so far abeam that 62 of the containers it was carrying wrenched free and fell overboard. One of those containers was filled with Lego pieces.
Oh, no.
4.75 million to be exact. Among those were 33,000 plus black dragons and 514 green ones. As fate would have it, these were all ocean-themed Lego pieces that made their way to the bottom of the sea in this container.
Yep.
When the container slid out the ship, along with all the 4+ million Lego pieces, they contained vast quantities of miniature scuba tanks, spear guns, diving flippers, octopuses, ship rigging, submarine parts, sharks, portholes, life rafts, and other Lego lerps and burps. Little ugly rock pieces and big ugly rock pieces. The Lego aficionados will know what that is. Not long after this, 7,200 and 11,000 respectively of the lerps and burps, the little ugly rock pieces and the big ugly rock pieces, helicopter pilots reported looking down at the surface and seeing a slick of Legos.
That's wild.
Oh, excuse
That's crazy.
me. I stand erect. I stand corrected. They saw a bunch of Lego. Lego, plural, is Lego.
Oh.
So I don't want to go play with my Legos. I'm going to go play Lego. Lego, my ego.
Please. And thank you.
Well, they started washing ashore. Now they're finding the dragons. But things have been tumbling off boats in the ocean for as long as we can remember.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
True.
At least 10,000 years. Now, this is something, container loss. It's a thing now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wonder how old some of the stuff is. What's the oldest thing that's been found or recovered?
I don't know. I'm going to try to find that out. But
yeah,
because if you're talking 10,000 years or 100,000 years, that's a lot of years. There's a lot of things that you could have going on in there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so at any given time in today's world, there's 6,000 container ships out there. The largest of these can carry more than 20,000 shipping containers at one time. Collectively, 250 million containers around the globe every year. 250 million, 250 million containers every year. So yeah, there'll be some that don't make it. What's inside of them? Well, we're going to start finding out, right? Because the seawater will, I would think, eventually rot out the container, and the stuff will be making its way through the ocean, wherever it may be.
Sure. If it's floatable, it may float to the top.
Mm-hmm.
It may take it a while, but yeah, I wonder. It does make you wonder what's down there.
Oh, gosh. A whole lifetime of things down there,
right.
And it's more than a lifetime, Could you imagine, we don't even get to see all the species that live on this earth.
Right.
But yeah, we're worried about what's going on Mars and Jupiter, or what was it, Mars and the moon, and pretty soon there'll be a hotel on the moon, and oh, good Lord. Who needs
all the important
that?
stuff?
Mm-hmm. Well, you never know what's floating around down there. You know the old saying, if at first you don't succeed, try again?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't work for skydiving.
Usually not. You're right.
Sad news out of Fox 5, San Diego. One woman dies, another man badly hurt in a skydiving plane crash, which means when you jump out, you got a parachute. Both pilots, neither one made it. They don't know what happened.
Wow.
Sad. Bad joke too, but whatever.
Well, it's I don't know. It's one of those sports that just, they call it sport, I guess. It seems to defy intelligence.
We like to do that nowadays.
Well, it does seem to be the thing. It's
those new things, the Apple AirTag?
The Apple AirTag.
Great. The Apple AirTag. Yeah, you could attach it to something and track it.
Yep.
So if you lose your luggage, or you want to find out what your boyfriend's doing, they're perfect. There's so many uses for the Apple AirTag, right? Track your boyfriend, catch him with another woman, shoot him. Something like that, maybe. Yeah, or maybe. Run him over. An Indiana woman charged with murder after allegedly following a man she said was her boyfriend to a bar using the Apple AirTag, accused him of cheating, and ran him over with her car.
What a nice person.
I know, right? She was a keeper. Too bad you killed my boy.
That's right. A fine representative of humanity.
Galen Morris, 26 years old, arrested early Friday after following Andre Smith to Tilly's Pub in Indianapolis by using an AirTag and a GPS. She said, "That's my boyfriend, and you're cheating? She was going to beat up the other girl with an empty bottle of wine, right? She told a witness that she was Smith's girlfriend and that he was cheating on her.
Mm-hmm.
Then she told him, I'm going to go get that empty bottle of wine. I'm going to beat that bitch. So the confrontation escalates when Morris swung the bottle at the woman, but he caught the bottle. He said, no, you're not hitting my side piece.
That's right.
So the employees go, take this party out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So she said, okay. And they went outside and she ran him over. And then backed over him, pulled forward and hit him a third time. So she hit him,
Mm-hmm.
backed over him, and ran him over again. Then she got out of the car and went after the woman who was still in the pub waiting for the food order. She's like, could you cut that down to just one? He's not doing too well. I don't think he's hungry anymore.
Yeah.
He did unfortunately die.
Well, I would think after being run over 3 times, yeah.
Don't need a gun. It ain't the gun. It's the people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could be psycho with anything. Anything can become a weapon. Pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely. People are just so triggered nowadays. If he cheated on you, he's not worth the life sentence. If he cheated on you, he's not worth the death sentence.
Right.
And believe me, even if you don't die from this, your life is over. You're now going to be in jail the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
We got to teach the young. That's where this all boils down to. We're not teaching the young. We talked about it. The schools aren't doing right. The schools are doing an injustice, worried about bathrooms and what gender's playing what sport. Sports is an escape. Less than 1% of the kids out there will become professional athletes. But the scholarships, but this and that. None of that is more important than keeping all of our children happy and healthy and alive.
Mm-hmm.
If your kid's good enough to earn the scholarship, they'll get it. The little 0.00001% of kids who are gypped out of a scholarship because of a transgender child is not worth screwing up our entire country over. Period.
Mm-hmm. Well, and we'd already know that it takes, if we could make the right corrections immediately, it's still going to take a generation to reflect it. I mean, you'll see slow change, but you won't notice, just like we talk about now. You look at today versus 30, 40 years ago, and the changes, both good and bad, that have happened. It doesn't happen overnight, even if you focus immediately. It takes time to do it, and do it right or do it wrong, and whichever way you do, you're going to get what you get.
Mm-hmm. Worrying about all these things. It's not just the gender identity issue. It's not just the racism issue. These are all issues. Well, the racism issue would be something important for school.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody is dealing with all different races in America. That's the design of this country, right? Think about it. We've talked about it before. I'll say it again. We are the melting pot. We are the only country that has a little bit of every damn thing in it.
Mm-hmm. Which again makes it both the best and the worst.
Yeah. Like Stormy Daniels' vagina. Everything's in it. Mixing pot. I don't know. I just thought of that. I don't know.
Now, where's your proof? Are you just spreading rumors?
I know. Sue me, girl. That Aviante guy just had to go to jail for it. Maybe I'll go be his roommate.
Ah.
I'll be he's rich.
Yeah.
My cloaca will look like a vagina after 6 months. Believe it.
But I would say, at least you're getting something out of it. Yes.
Hey, no doubt. We'd both be getting something out of that one, baby.
Uh-huh.
And he's not a bad looking guy, so if you're gonna have to settle, I'd rather be locked up with him than Harvey Weinstein.
Well, this is
is
it. Making the best of a bad situation, yes.
Is there an Epstein in the house? I prefer him over Harvey. The dead, rotting corpse of.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable, the world we live in today. People getting hurt. See, again, a woman kills a man because he's cheating. That's emotion misplaced. You're
Right.
brokenhearted. Go home and cry. All you got to do is get on Facebook in your car and start crying, go, oh, my boyfriend cheated. You'll have so much sympathy. You'll have a new man by the end of the night. You could even have money coming in by the end of the night. You'll have so much sympathy. You'll feel empowered. But instead, you killed him. Now you're the bad one. Does it make sense?
It does not.
Then there's the woman who put her hand out the car window, displayed her middle finger to the officer, and reversed into his vehicle. Uh-oh, we're not ready for birthdays yet, but they're coming.
We got him when you're ready.
Reversed into his vehicle. After fleeing, she ran into a store and consumed a travel-sized bottle of hard liquor. Good
Okay.
times, Mom. It's a mom story. An enraged mother charged with drunk driving. Unreal, woman. Well, my computer just froze up, it looks like, so who knows what happened. Well, let's see if I can get this story to pop back up. And she didn't play around, right?
Mm-hmm.
She hit a car. Okay, so this all starts, it's a child custody battle. The guy is there to pick up his kid. During the exchange, he goes into the police department and says, she's drunk. She drove here. She dropped off my kid. She's drunk. So the woman, they identified her name as Dorfer. Dorfer. So Dorfer is seen in her green Lexus in the parking lot of the police department. A sergeant comes out and says, stop. But she fled, right? So another car, police car, sees her driving down the street right in front of the police station, tries to pull her over, flips on the sirens, she don't stop. Instead, she flips him off and drives away. Then she stops, reverses the car, and rams into the car chasing her, causes major damage to the car, minor injuries to the police officer. She then flees the scene again, rams into another patrol car, drives at dangerous speeds, almost hits a motorcyclist, collides with two cars. And they go, you know what? After she collided with them, they go, call up the chase. She's crazy. They find her later at a convenience store down the road, same road, in the store, drinking hard liquor. The airplane bottles.
Uh-huh.
You know, they got them up in the basket right there.
Yeah,
you
the
know,
little
$1 a
shot
shot or something.
Yeah.
Probably more than that now. She's up there, you know, gonna go to jail. Might as well get a buzz.
That's right.
Now, there was no indication where the child was during the chase, but I don't think that she was in the car. The child might not have been in the car with the mother at the time.
Right.
She blew a .20 blood alcohol content. That's not drunk enough to be this stupid. Okay? A .20 is not drunk enough to be this stupid. You're this stupid sober. She was booked for felony obstructing, resisting arrest, felony assault with a deadly weapon, felony assault with a deadly weapon against a police officer, felony battery against a police officer, felony hit and run, and felony DUI. She was hot, so bail was set at $20,000. No, $200,000 for bail, which would be 10%. So yeah, $20,000 because she's hot. I don't know if she is or not, but she must be. At least she's got a rack.
Hey. She must have been high, though. It'd be crazy to think that was normal.
Yeah, .20 ain't drunk enough to do all that.
Uh-huh.
I don't think. Unless she's just pissed, like just mad, like, oh, F it, I've never been arrested. Here we go. I'm going to make the news. What's the worst they could do for the first-time offender? Oh, Lord. word.
Well, true.
All right. Well, do we got birthdays in the last word? Because we're already up against it. I
You
didn't
want to just do
realize.
last word?
No.
Okay. Well, we got
Birthdays
birthdays.
real
We got a few. Today is. Let me get back here now because I lost it. Dee-dum. Singer Uncle Kracker is 48 today. Uncle Kracker. Let's see. We got Jimmy Jam, record producer and musician of the time, is 63 today. Those were fun songs.
Mm-hmm.
Those were fun tunes.
Feel good tunes.
Actor Max Casella of, remember the series Doogie Howser, MD?
I remember it, but I never watched it.
No. Well, it was the
Teenage Doctor.
Yeah, a teenage doctor, and then this actor was his main buddy.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's 55. That's crazy. Crazy talk. Actor Aubrey Anderson Emmons of Modern Family. Now, who knew this? Is 15 years old. So obviously, Aubrey must have played a baby on the show.
Right.
Because the show is that old. Comedian Sandra Bernhard turned 67 today.
Oh, wow. Really?
Really? I know.
Wow.
I know. Crazy.
Good.
I'm seeing a picture of her. She looks angry about it.
Yeah, it could be.
She looks angry about it. That's pretty much it for birthdays as far as real notables go. It's a birthday anniversary for David Abercrombie of Abercrombie and Fitch.
Oh, okay.
And Bjorn Borg, the tennis player, is 66 today.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Been a while since I heard that name.
It has been a while.
Well, if you're celebrating your birthday today, happy birthday. And now, word of the day.
Word of the day. Hopefully Bjorn Borg doesn't have this if he's playing tennis because it would be painful. It's painful for any of us. The word is acronyx.
Acronyx erection? Lasting more than 4 hours?
No, this has nothing to do with an erection. It's more of an inflammation.
Oh, well,
Nobody really gets into inflammation. Acronyx is an ingrown nail.
Oh, my gosh. Painful.
Painful as heck, yes.
Painful like a big erection.
I'd rather have a big painful erection, actually.
If it doesn't swell, if the swelling don't go down, you beat it against the wall.
Knock some sense out of it, yes.
Knock some sense out of it. That's right. Knock something out of it. All right, that does it for us. Thank you for letting us in your house, car, wherever you were listening today. And remember, opinions are a dime a dozen. Validation is for parking. And loyalty is not a word, it's a lifestyle. Life is too short to put your key to happiness in someone else's pocket. And in a world where we can be anything, be kind. Common sense has to play a role too. But be kind. You have no idea what a kind word and a friendly smile can do to impact someone's day, maybe even change their life. It's living proof. It happens, right? Just like sugar gets you high, kindness is contagious. It will change people's lives. Until Wednesday morning, I'm Sapphire Pates.
I'm just Bob.
We're out of here. Have a good day. Bye-bye. All right, and that does it for the broadcast. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you're watching after the fact, thanks for watching us after the fact, and we'll see you Wednesday morning right here. Bye-bye.